I've tried multiple times to try to make this video and I just can't get through it. So, whatever I can get out in this video, this is what's going up. I can't do it anymore. The past 20 days have been horrible. And I'm not doing good. I've been really sick. And I hope what I tell you in this video, you will learn from my mistakes. So this is going to be about my French Bulldog that just turned 11 years old on February 5th. A quick backstory on Josie. She has always had UTIs from a very young age. She has a hooded cuckoo, so anytime that it's not clean or dried correctly, she will get a UTI and has to be on antibiotics. It's just how it's been for many years. So that leads us to one evening at Dollar Tree. My husband and I were walking down one of the aisles. I'm recording stuff for a video. And he came across some wipes. He goes, "Hey, I wonder if we can use these on Josie." So I'm like, "What are they?" And he showed me, and they were the feminine wipes there at Dollar Tree. And I'm like, I don't know, it never really crossed my mind, because we usually just used water or like 99% water wipes or whatever, or dog wipes we've used on her. But I'm like, I guess, I mean, it's for the same area, just one's a human, one's a dog. Shouldn't cause any problems. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. So we got the wipes. A couple days later, my husband used one on her. Shortly after, she was up here on this couch, rubbing her face, flipping the pillows like she has for many years. And when she pulled her face back, I looked and I'm like, "What is wrong with your face?" It was all swollen and red. And she laid down on her side, and I noticed her area down there was all swollen and red and like had blisters on it. And I'm like, "What in the world happened to you?" And that's when my husband goes, "Oh, I wonder if she's having an allergic reaction to the wipes." And at the time, I'm like, "What wipes?" Because I forgot about them. He goes, "The wipes we got at Dollar Tree." I'm like, oh boy. So I called the vet. They said to give her some Benadryl. Ran up to the store, get her some Benadryl. Gave it to her. Seemed to be fine. Made her a little tired, but the swelling went away. The redness went away. Great. The next day, around the same time in the morning, up here on the couch, rubbing her face. And again, her face was all blotchy and red and swollen. But this time, her belly had red blotches everywhere. So I'm like, well, what's going on here? Because we didn't use any more wipes on her. Gave her some more Benadryl. Fine. Another day goes by. She starts puking. Bile. And then it was a little bit of blood. So I'm like, that's it. We're going to the vet. Called the vet. Got us right in. They did a CBC on her. Did some x-ray. Did a swab. Everything was fine. Everything was functioning. She was a little dehydrated, so they went ahead and gave her an injection of some fluid behind her shoulder blade. Sent us home with some prednisone. That was it. Started giving her the prednisone every day. And that leads us to February 7th, 7:30 p.m. Sitting on the couch at night with my husband and Josie. Out of the blue, Josie pops up real quick. Her eyes are real wide, and she starts moving her mouth weird like she was going to puke. So I'm like, oh boy. She's going to puke again. So my husband picks her up, puts her outside in the grass. We had a bunch of snow out there, but we shoveled a path for her so she can be on the grass. Within seconds, my husband yells my name. And I could tell by the tone of his voice it wasn't good. So I jump up and I run out, and Josie is flopping around in the snow having a grand mal seizure. Picked her up, brought her inside, laid her right over here on the floor. Trying to calm her down, telling her, everything's going to be okay. Mommy's right here. Mommy's right here. I'm wiping all the saliva out of her mouth. And she's just frailing everywhere. And told my husband to get my keys. I said, let's go. We're going to the ER. I just grabbed her, held her close to me, got in the car, got to the vet. And as soon as I opened the door, I realized I don't have any shoes on. I don't have a coat on. I don't have my purse. I don't have my phone. It was about 18 degrees out with snow and ice, and I was barefooted with just PJ bottoms and a t-shirt. I didn't care. I still jumped out of the car with her, and I ran to the door. Told them I had an emergency. They came right around, grabbed her, put her in the back, started an IV. They put us in a room, asking us a bunch of questions. They gave her some seizure medicine, did some more blood work, seemed to be doing okay. They kept an eye on her for about an hour. No issues. Sent us home with some gabapentin and some nausea medicine. Got home about 9:30. At about 10:10 that night, we're laying in bed, and all of a sudden she started having another grand mal seizure. I called the vet, let them know. They said we could bring her in, or we can just wait to see if she has another one. So I'm like, all right, we'll keep an eye on her. We'll see. Sure enough, 11:59, she had another one. This time I got dressed, had my purse. I called the vet when we got in the car and told them who I was, and we were going to be coming in with her, so they were ready. Again, they came out, grabbed her, put her in the back, drugged her up, told us what our options were, and they brought her back in, handed her to my husband, and she stopped breathing. That is the picture I used on the thumbnail. I hit the emergency button, told them she's not breathing. They grabbed her and put her back in the back and started working on her. She's in critical condition, and they kept her there in the ICU to keep a close eye on her with the medication and everything. And didn't sleep at all that night. I was tossing and turning, had the phone right next to me, just waiting for the vet to call me to tell me something had happened. The next day, we called up there, we talked to the doctor, they let us know how she was doing, and they said that she was very vocal all night. And I said that's because she doesn't like cages and she doesn't like to be confined in one area. She likes to be able to move around whenever she wants. Very spoiled. So we went there and got all the paperwork, paid the wonderful hefty bill, which I'm sure you can just imagine going to the ER on a weekend. They started her on Keppra, 250 milligrams, and the gabapentin. So she got medicine at 6 a.m., 2 p.m., and 10 p.m. every day. So we brought her home that Sunday afternoon, and on Monday at about 1:20, I think it was, in the morning, she had a focal seizure. And then she had another one at 6:50 in the morning. Called the vet, talked to the doctor, and they said she's going to still have mild seizures because it takes 2 to 4 weeks for this medication to take full effect, to train the brain and everything. So you'll see, some here and there. So we're like, okay. So I've been keeping a journal on everything with Josie. So she had the 3 on Saturday. She had the 2 on that Monday. She went Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with nothing. It was great. She was doing good. Besides being kind of sedated, the medication kind of makes her hind end real weak. So she kind of like would crawl kind of. And then just out of the blue, she started having them again. She had 1 on Friday. She had 2 on Saturday. She had 2 on Sunday. She had 2 on that following Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday. We did a total of 3 visits to the ER, 3 visits to the regular vet. On our 3rd trip to the ER, they switched her, or they added another seizure medication, and I'll put that right here. As soon as we started her on that medication, that new one, Josie's not there. She's gone. When she looks at you, it's like she's not looking at you. And with all these medications, again, it takes 2 to 4 weeks for it to start working. So the side effects is weakness, anxiety, depression. She's very anxious. She can't get comfortable. She'll sleep about 2 hours a night. So that's about how much sleep my husband and I have been getting every night. Between the stress, the anxiety, the depression, everything has triggered my chronic inflammation of the bladder. So I have a flare-up of that, and I'm battling another really bad kidney infection. So I've been really sick. And I'm on antibiotics, so I'm hoping it just allows me to stay home and not have to go to the hospital, because I don't want to leave Josie. I haven't left her. I give her all of her medications. Again, she gets them at 6 a.m. And then she gets the new medicine at 10 a.m. And then she'll get the other medicine at 2 p.m. And then she gets the other 2 at 10 p.m. And you cannot miss a dose. You cannot miss a dose, because she will have a breakthrough. So Josie's last seizure was on the 18th. She went, yesterday was 1 week seizure free. And that came to an end at 4:30 this morning. She had a grand mal seizure, and it was bad. It was the first one that she cried. And now her nose has been bleeding. And I had an appointment to take her on Monday to the VCA hospital there in Fishers, Indiana, where I took Ruby for all of her appointments to speak to the specialist in regards to Josie. I've had, I think, 6 x-rays done. We've had countless blood work. And the only way we're going to find out what is wrong, what's causing all this, is by having an MRI or CT scan. And unfortunately, I can't. those are way too expensive. I think they said it's between $3,000 to $5,000 for a scan. So I feel bad that I can't do it because I did everything I could for Ruby, and it was well over 30,000, and I would do it all over again. And I just wish I could do that for Josie because I don't know. I have a feeling that I'm never gonna know what's causing these, and for the past 2 days she has not been doing well, and I don't. Deep down, I don't think she's gonna make it to this weekend. I brought the baby gates out again. I have rugs all over the downstairs now, so she doesn't slip and fall. I bought her 2 new sets of stairs in hopes that maybe she could use them to get into her favorite chair in the window so she can watch people walk by and look at the birds. I haven't heard her bark at all since her seizure. The last video I have of her is what I posted in my last video of her shaking her frog. I don't understand. I don't know if it was from the wipes that we used that triggered whatever was going on, because she had no problems, she had no symptoms, she had nothing. And it just seems like after we used those wipes on her just one time, just everything was falling apart. So, take it from me, don't use human wipes on your pets. It was my fault, not the company or anything. I think it was the Orchid brand and the vanilla scent. I would have never thought a wipe would take my dog from me. I even bought bed rails, and I have them all around my bed so she wouldn't fall off the bed, so she could still sleep with us. I've tried so many different foods for her. I mean, I have her toys in her beds, and her blankets everywhere. And it doesn't help that I'm really sick. It just makes things worse. So most likely my husband and I will be taking Josie to the VCA hospital tomorrow for an emergency visit. And I'm praying to God that we can bring her home. But deep down, I don't think she's gonna be coming home.
So I apologize for not being on here, but I'm just lost right now. I'm just really lost. And I know I have to start doing videos again. I'm sorry. But that's it. That's what's been going on. So if you're able to, can you just please say a prayer for Josie in hopes that maybe we can get her better, so she can spend some more time here, and maybe she can use her stairs and she can play with her toys one last time. I'm gonna go cuddle her, and when I have an update, I'll let you guys know, and I'll try my best to get out and do what I need to do. So again, just thanks for sticking around. I didn't think I had any more tears left. My lips are so chapped. I'm so... But alright, I'll try to let you guys know what goes on. So again, just please say a prayer for Josie, and I'll just see you guys back here very soon.